New Mexico often is called the land of enchantment. We visited the state and found it delivers on that promise. From its art and architecture to its beauty and cultural sites, New Mexico features a rich tapestry. It is a place that values diversity and has a population that comes from many different backgrounds. We started with the old town of Albuquerque with its historic sites and fascinating shops.
Well, I didn't know that New Mexico was so old. I mean, there's a lot of things. This is the oldest house of so-and-so or of the U.S.
And who could pass up its famous Rattlesnake Museum, where its owner has a license plate called Python? The Pueblo Cultural Center has many exhibits showing the lives of Native Americans.
New Mexico is just amazing. The natural beauty is spectacular, the cultural heritage, the Native American history that you see here, it's really impressive.
The Albuquerque Museum featured art from many contemporary artists. Among its exhibits was one showing the dynamic nature of light and how it can be used for artistic expression.
There was an amazing installation about space and light or something, and I was absolutely hypnotized by one of the installations.
That night, we had a great dinner at the Farm and Table restaurant. Just outside Albuquerque was the Petroglyph National Monument. We hiked among the volcano rocks, which had intricate patterns carved into them. It was a hot day at the zoo. Most of the animals were taking it easy and staying in the shade. The road to Santa Fe featured extraordinary views of mountains and natural scenery.
The skies are just wide and wide and wide, so you really get an idea of how it was for those people.
The area around Santa Fe Plaza had drummers and street scenes. We visited the old church there, which was very beautiful. The History Museum provided lots of information about the settlement of Santa Fe. The Canyon Road part of Santa Fe had lots of art galleries and shops. We stopped by a museum with Native American jewelry having lots of intricate pieces. Outside the city was the Bandelier National Monument Park. It had lovely hiking trails and beautiful scenery. 1 million years ago, a supervolcano erupted and threw ash far into the distance. The crater collapsed and formed a caldera that was 14 miles across. One of the highlights there were the ancient Pueblo homes. They were carved into the side of the mountain and provided lodging for the Native Americans. Karin had a good time climbing the ladders and seeing the inside of the dwellings. Nearby was the famed Los Alamos laboratory where the atomic bomb was developed. The U.S. dropped 2 bombs on Japan to end World War II. I stood between Oppenheimer and Groves, who were most responsible for that project. That evening, we drove over to the Cross of the Martyrs. It overlooks the city and marks the spot where Franciscan friars were killed in a Native American uprising in 1680. There was a spectacular sunset there that filled the night with bright colors. North of Santa Fe is the picturesque town of Taos. That town is the home of one of the longest living Pueblo communities. It dates back around 1,000 years and includes a number of families that have lived there for generations. The natives have a herd of bison, sell arts and crafts, and offer tours of their community. The encampment is the site of a major massacre of Native American women and children and has a graveyard where many are buried. We drove back along the Rio Grande River where the water levels are low this year. The next day, we toured the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. It houses an extraordinary collection of her paintings. We concluded our trip with a delicious lunch at the famous La Fonda restaurant. It was a spectacular trip that showed sides of America not often seen on the East Coast. New Mexico is a good place to remember our country's complicated history of dealing with so many different people.